Arizona making it a sweep of all 7 battleground states for the president-elect. He now sits at 312 electoral votes to Vice President Kamala Harris's 226. Control of the House still in limbo as several races are still too close to call. House Speaker Mike Johnson hopes to remain in his role if Republicans hold the majority in the House. Speaking on the Fox Report with John Scott, Texas Congressman Chip Roy says the dissent is unnecessary and immature.
We don't need any of these recriminations by some members of our own party who are running around like school children complaining about rules, saying if you vote against a rule, you should be kicked off of committees.
And a wildfire near the New Jersey-New York border has claimed the
unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The major averages finishing higher and posting record closes, with both the Dow and S&P 500 delivering their best weekly performance of the year. Expectations of lower corporate taxes and looser regulations under President-elect Trump are helping fuel Wall Street. Among the S&P 500 sectors, tech was the worst performer, while healthcare gained. The Dow up 260 points, the Nasdaq up 17, S&P 500 up 22. Shares of Trump Media and Technology Group popped 14% after slumping over 20% on Thursday. The stock has had a volatile week after Donald Trump, who is the majority shareholder of Trump Media, won the U.S. presidential election. Shares of NVIDIA falling 1% after notching a record close on Thursday. On Friday, NVIDIA, along with paint maker Sherwin-Williams, joined the Dow. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Stay on top of the latest news and information from Fox News. Listen and download the Fox News Hourly Update on your time. The trending stories you need anytime you want it. Listen and download now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com. The Fox News Rundown, a contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day, featuring insight from top newsmakers, reporters, and Fox News contributors. Listen and subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Lincoln County has seen tremendous growth, and especially in residential, but along with that brings commercial development opportunities. Meyer & Company Real Estate's really tried to focus, and a lot of my direct focus has been on how can we bring good growth to our area, bring the services that we need. I think there has been a lot of interest by commercial developers to come and bring projects to, and we're right in the middle of it. There is a lot of interest in multifamily apartments or villas. Bottom line, not everybody can afford to buy a new house or find a place of their own on acreage. We really do have a need for multifamily and rental properties, whether it's a retail type operation. We're trying to attract those type businesses to the area as well.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Munich, Germany right now, the Carolina Panthers have a 10-0 lead over the New York Giants with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Panthers quarterback Bryce Young, 9 of 13 for 84 yards with a touchdown. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, 6 out of 13 for 54 yards. Both teams with records of 2-7. NFL media reports the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence will not play today against the Vikings due to a significant AC joint sprain in his throwing shoulder. College football Saturday night, 9th-ranked BYU won at Utah 22-21. After the game, Utah Athletic Director Mark Harlan took the press conference microphone to denounce the officiating, saying, quote, "This game was stolen from us. We won this game. Someone else stole it from us." Unquote.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 47 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s. Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 60. In Wentzville it's 60 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Good Sunday morning. It is time for Uncensored Wrestling Talk, live here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Also on our KYRO Facebook page, Traveling East Productions, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, X, and everything else in between. Like and subscribe. Of course, also on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. Sitting with me this morning in the studio, superfan Tim Williams. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And of course, our referee, the one and only H.D. Daniels.
Hello.
Yes. What a beautiful Sunday morning it is. Not a cloud in the sky here in eastern Lincoln County, St. Louis metro area. I hope it's just as nice where you are, wherever you are listening to us.
Hey, Sarge, before you get too in-depth into everything, I just want to say one thing. Tomorrow's a very special day for a lot of people.
Yes, it is. Tomorrow, yeah.
And I would just want to say this goes out to all the Armed Forces veterans and current members. Thank you so much, and happy Veterans Day.
There you go. There you go. And if you're a veteran, you don't have to work tomorrow. Or even if you do, hey, play hooky. Go get some free food everywhere. And free services and
right.
All kinds of awesome stuff going on tomorrow. You know, before we jump into the week's events of stuff, we've got to talk about last night. WLW, first time back in Green Ridge, Missouri in about 5 years or so. And what an amazing event it was last night, HT.
Yeah, I had a great time. It was a good crowd. About 5 matches were held.
That's right. We're going to go over those real quickly. Because something interesting happened last night. First match, of course, it was the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, going up against one half of the Premier, S.K. Bishop. And I tell you what, Caleb Barton had his hands full in that match. S.K. Bishop, and of course he had Campbell Myers on the outside as well. And S.K. Bishop coming out on top on that one. And then monstrous Mike Maverick taking on the other half of the Premier, Campbell Myers. And you had that match, and you had your hands full in that one as well. And we saw a disqualification. Now, I didn't, because that crazy post was right in my way.
Sure.
What exactly happened in that match that caused the DQ?
Mike was going for a choke slam, and S.K. Bishop ran in and stopped him.
Okay.
Long story short.
Okay.
That's not allowed, Sarge.
No, it is not allowed.
Breaking the rules.
You're breaking the rules.
Right in front of me.
So, with that happening...
You didn't get to go, you're out of here.
No, not that time.
Oh, okay.
So, with that happening, it became a 2-on-1 on Monstrous Mike Maverick. And, you know, 1-on-1, I got to say, 1-on-1, no matter who it is that steps into the ring with him, Monstrous Mike Maverick can, hold his own against anybody. But when there's numbers involved, I don't care who you are. It's eventually going to get to you. And it got to Monstrous Mike Maverick, and surprisingly enough, the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, came out and made the save.
What?
And then he asked for the microphone, and I handed it to him. They challenged the Premier to a tag team match for later on in the evening. And surprisingly, again, Campbell Myers said, we'll be here. We'll be here. So, that happened last night. Then we move on to the Legacy Leland race, taking on one half of the NWA World League Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Kyle Roberts. I'm telling you what, HD, every time I see that cat, it's like he has slipped a little bit further, and a little bit further, and a little bit further on the crazy side. Wow.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
His eyes are like crazy.
Yes.
So would that end up being a one-on-one match?
That was a one-on-one match.
Interesting.
He was very interesting because usually Dysfunction doesn't go anywhere without having at least two backups.
Yeah.
However, Kyle Roberts comes out with the pinfall on that one. I think there was a few shenanigans going on in that match that referee Caleb Barton couldn't catch. But you know what? You know as well as anybody else, HD Daniels, when you're the referee in there, you can't see everything, unfortunately, going on.
Nah, but Caleb's going to earn those stripes. He's got to get in the thick of it.
So. Oh, yeah.
Was he standing too far back?
It was a one-on-one match.
What do you mean by getting in the thick of it?
I wouldn't say Kyle did anything illegal per se, but there were some dastardly tactics.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can say that again. Whenever you're dealing with dysfunction, it's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to happen. Then, after the intermission, we got that tag team match. Monstrous Mike Maverick, and we're going to have to get used to saying that because that's his name now. And he is a monstrous guy. And the Sergeant-at-Arms Blade Lennox taking on the Premier Campbell Myers and S.K. Bishop. And H.D. Daniels, you had that match. And I gotta say, the Monstrous One and the Sergeant-at-Arms worked quite well together.
They did. They even picked up the W.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And
hopefully that's not going to squash the rivalry, though, because I still want the rivalry.
I think it's squashed, honestly, because
so?
when we got done with the event and I had gone back to the dressing room, Monstrous Mike Maverick was back there, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and he goes, I am sick and tired of people jumping on others that shouldn't be involved. Mentioned the Premier, mentioned dysfunction, mentioned a few other things going on, and he said that any time that Blade Lennox or Austin Molitalo needs his help in anything, he's going to be there.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I think if those three get together and can get on the same page, Dysfunction has got their hands full.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I suppose. So,
very true.
Blade saw an opportunity to, maybe team up with I guess he was an enemy. They had 2 matches so far, but they decided to team up against the Premier, who were up to shenanigans, and they got the win.
Yep.
Yeah, they had 2 matches, but also Mike eliminated Blade twice in over top battle royals. So,
I guess you could say.
But, I mean, it'd be nice to see those 2 team up. And,
sure, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. But I still think there's probably just a little bit. Who's the better one out of the 2?
Hey, Monstrous Mike Maverick, he can do whatever he wants. He's 6'8", 275 pounds. But again, and it was surprising. It was, but he said anytime that the Sergeant-at-Arms or the Astonishing One needs his help, he's there. So I'm taking that as that rivalry, I guess you could call it, between himself and Blade Lennox. It's on the back burners for right now. And I'm sure, they'll meet again down the road.
Yeah.
Of course. It's a long career ahead of both of them.
Yep.
So, but, right now, like HD said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and hey, you take your friends when you can get them, right?
Right.
So, and then the main event of last night's event in Green Ridge. And it was, of course, it was also a fundraiser for the Green Ridge American Heritage and History Club. And I'm so proud of World League Wrestling because the World League Wrestling does so many fundraisers all over the state of Missouri. Anytime anybody ever asks, and boom, there's WLW right on the doorstep. Let's kick it off. Two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion and the current one half of the NWA Tag Team Champions, Trevor Murdoch, going up against the former NWA WLW Heavyweight Champion, Superstar Steve. And HD, you had this match as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve's a little salty. Wonder why.
Lost his title reign that he had over 2 years or so.
I tell you what, both men, but Superstar was hitting last night with a little bit more oomph, I guess you could say, to his chops. A little bit more oomph to his punches, his kicks. Wow.
Yeah. I enjoyed everything overall last night. It was a great time.
It was a very good night last night. Our next live event will be December the 14th in Troy, Missouri at the Race Wrestling Arena. Keep an eye on HarleyRace.com for when those tickets go on sale. Last event and 2 events before that, it was a double sellout. Don't wait around for your tickets, folks. Get them as soon as they go on sale, so that way you don't have to worry of whether or not you're going to be able to get a ticket at the ticket window.
I've already got my tickets.
Nice.
So who won the match?
Trevor.
Well, it was Trevor Murdoch that came out with the win on that one. But, man, I tell you what, he had to fight tooth and nail to secure that victory. And there was a few times that he came within an eyelash, HD, of losing that match. But again, Superstar Steve, that's 2 losses in a row. That's unheard of for Superstar Steve. That is unheard of in the last 2 years. It has not happened at all, let alone one. Whoever his next opponent is, you better be ready for the fight of your life, because that man's going to be coming out swinging from the get-go. And we're just a couple of moments away from our first break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk, but I want to let everybody know, programming note for this morning, and we will be going to Chiefs pregame at 11 o'clock. And, of course, at noon, it'll be the Chiefs at home taking on the Denver Donkeys. Yes. And, of course, I've got one of my Chiefs shirts on right now. And you can see on the camera. Let's go, Chiefs.
Don't jinx it.
Beat those Donkeys. Beat them all the way back to Denver. Let them go back to the snow. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any snowfall yet.
I'm glad we haven't gotten any snowfall.
Me too.
I am too.
Don't do that.
But last night it was wild. On the drive back, it was so doggone foggy.
Mm-hmm.
Got over to Wentzville, and between Wentzville and Troy, it got worse. It was worse than what it was out on I-70.
We had our own Cody Rhodes entrance 3 hours on the way home.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
And then as I was going 61 north, it got even worse. I was like, I can't even see the end of my car.
Did you have adrenaline in your soul?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of adrenaline. Well, we are going to take our first break right now. And we will be right back here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO.
Need that morning pick-me-up on your way to work? Downtown Winfield's the place to be. Common Grounds Coffee House, featuring the almost world-famous Block 25. Common Grounds Coffee House. Check us out on Facebook or stop by today, 205 Main Street, downtown Winfield.
If you see a down power line, Quiver River Electric reminds you to always assume the line is energized and dangerous. Avoid going near it or anything in contact with the power line. Never drive over a down power line or through water touching the power line. If you see a down power line, notify the local authorities immediately. To learn more, call us at 1-800-392-3709 or visit safeelectric.org, a safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And, of course, all of the different feeds. But there's also a special feed, HD, that they can check out and follow as well. What is that?
What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
X.
X? Okay, I was confused. We don't have
it was a long night last night, folks.
Well, we don't have a feed on X per se, so that's why I was confused. We have you can follow us on X.
There you go.
At UW Talk KYRO.
And of course, you are always watching that.
Yeah.
And especially while we're on the show. So if you have any questions, want to join in on the conversations this morning, of course, please feel free on the Facebook and all the different Facebook feeds. We'll see it, we'll get to it, and keep it clean, please. That's all we can say. Keep it clean. Now, I know, Superfan, you have got pages and pages and
There's
pages
just so much
of
stuff
notes.
that's gone on this week.
But something that I want to talk about right off the get-go. Friday Night SmackDown.
Okay.
Wowzers. I had been expecting it, but I didn't expect it the way that it came down. But we've got Sami Zayn, Jimmy, and Jay and of course Roman Reigns. Those four guys are back together again.
Yeah, the War Games match at Survivor Series, it looks like, is what they're saying. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting, the fact that, the first segment, you've got Roman basically going, I'm not apologizing to you, Sammy, and I'm apologizing to you, Jay. This was a waste of my time. And then everybody kind of storms off, and literally all night long you just see Roman sitting by himself. And then whenever Solo was confronting Roman and stating, well, you don't have a tribe to even be behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start counting, and then here comes the Usos down, and then there's Sami Zayn standing there at the top of the ring.
Yep.
Waiting. And which side is he going to be on?
Well, I mean, there for a minute, Solo had said
that he was with them.
Sammy was with him.
Right.
Even, got Roman Reigns into a crazy predicament where he was about to hit him with that spike, his taped thumb, and stopped in the middle of doing everything and told Sammy to come down. He got into the ring, and I thought there for a second, you kind of thought that he was going to go ahead and haluva kick Roman Reigns right in the face, but he adjusted his
behind Roman. I don't see any reason why that is to be. I mean, he lost his title. We wanted him to lose his title, and he comes back and he gets cheered. Why are we forgetting about the Sami Zayn beatdown at the Royal Rumble? Why do we want these four to be back together? I see
because of Solo.
Yeah, because of Solo, but Roman is still.
But as you can see, even Roman still acts like Roman.
He does.
So I think the reason people are kind of cheering for him, not only is it you always kind of want to cheer for the originals versus the second generation.
Sure.
But I think it's a little bit out of respect of having the belt for 1,000-something days. So he did earn a little bit of respect there. So I think that's why I think that's why people
I
kind of
don't
cheering
know.
for him right now.
I don't know if respect can be had because of a lot of the different ways that he would go about winning a match.
Yeah, we went through like 4 years or whatever it was of just like sick of his crap.
Yeah.
And then he loses. Yay, he loses. Cody wins. Yay, we love you, Cody. Now we want Roman. Why?
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's a serious question. Why did that happen?
That's a doggone good question.
And
really
it's
is.
really hard to, that Royal Rumble moment where Sammy got kicked out of the Bloodline. When Jay kicked himself out of the Bloodline.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they want us to forget that? Because the Bloodline story is just so freaking long.
It is.
Oh.
And another person we haven't seen come back yet, and I'm expecting it to happen, Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He had said that at that one press conference that we were like in the bottom of the third. I wonder what inning we're in. Are we in the sixth?
Well, there's so many Usos out there.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes.
You could probably start your own wrestling league with all the Usos.
Well, I mean, we've got Hikuleo, who had been signed. Of course, he is the younger brother of Tama Tonga Loa, one of the sons of went by Haku in the WWE, Ming in WCW, and Jacob Fatu. That guy, I would not want to run into in a dark alley. Holy moly.
Well, something I noticed last night is if you notice, all the other members of the new Bloodline came out in suits.
Yeah.
Jacob always comes out in his wrestling gear.
Yep.
He's ready to fight.
Oh, yeah.
24/7.
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing a suit on SmackDown, wasn't he? Oh, Jacob. Sorry.
Not Jacob.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
I mean, getting back to that list though, you've got Zilla Fatu, you've got Hikuleo that's been signed, and I bring those guys up, and whoever else is a family member.
Roman's grandkid signed yet?
That's good. That's good. But on Friday night on SmackDown, Solo said something quite interesting. I've got my 5. Where's your tribe? And I got a feeling that at War Games later on this month, it's going to be 5 on 5.
Think 2 more people are going to be added?
Yes.
I was wondering too.
Yes. I mean, and that bears the question there, as you're talking about questions of being deep with the Bloodline. Who joins who, and where do we go?
I've already got it figured out.
Do you now?
Yeah. All right. So the 5th person on the new Bloodline with Solo, he's going to reach out to somebody that he's fought for years and years, and he's going to get Kevin Owens.
I was wondering if you were going to say that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
On the other side, Roman Reigns is going to ask for a favor. I gave you ask for another favor, and it's going to be Cody Rhodes that becomes the 5th person.
Is Randy Orton?
That's interesting.
Is Randy Orton written off TV then? You think?
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. He's not. But last night, if you don't mind, let's take a little detour on that.
Yeah.
What about the pile driver coming out?
Yeah.
That's a devastating move.
They banned it for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I think it was it's right time, right place to pull something like that. You don't want guys dropping on their head all the time, like in another company does.
Sure.
But I was very impressed with the way they did that.
Yeah, the pile driver meant something, right?
Right.
Like they illustrated it as deadly.
Right.
And when you've got Kevin Owens performing that move, doing that move, look out.
Right.
Look out, because that could be, no pun intended, that could be a career killer. It really could be. Is Randy Orton going to be able to come back? That's the question. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if those two... See, this is what the whole thing with Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes started because of the Bloodline.
Right.
Because of Cody joining forces with Roman Reigns. Because of the fact that he was fighting and this is Kevin Owens. He was also fighting Solo Sikoa and his band of merry men.
But I'm saying the irony of it.
I don't know if
so like long-term storytelling, right? Everybody's begging for long-term storytelling, but if you really think about it, I don't know if this is. It's hard to say that it's bad long-term storytelling, but I just don't know if it's for me. If we're gonna get into like opinionated talk here, like. Kevin Owens turned on Cody Rhodes, 1, on social media. That was really weird.
Yeah.
And 2, okay, now we've got Kevin Owens, who's fought the Bloodline for 4 years, and he's going to, if your fantasy booking is correct, Mr. Tim, he's going to join the new Bloodline because he hates Cody, and now we are delaying the feud of Cody and KO another month, another delay. It's like, how long are we going to delay this? Cody and Kevin haven't even had a promo together.
Right.
How long are we going to drag this on?
Excuse me. What I see
Saturday night's
happening-
main event.
Maybe. Yeah.
And that's coming up in December.
December
the 14th, actually. But I think Monday, tomorrow night, on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes comes out, and he makes a challenge.
Cody belongs on SmackDown.
I know, but we've been seeing him on Monday Night Raw over the
making a
last
joke about the draft
3
that
weeks.
doesn't mean anything.
Right, it doesn't.
He said it, folks. Well, let's put it this way. Then. Sometime this week, whether it be Monday or Friday Night SmackDown.
Well, he might show up on NXT.
You never know.
NXT's the neutral zone.
Right.
You never know. All kinds of different people have been showing up on NXT now. But I see him challenging Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah.
And putting that belt on the line again against Kevin Owens. And this time, it's not going to be the same type of match that they had before. Oh, boy. So that right there, for me, kind of takes them out of the quote-unquote War Games running to be a part of that Bloodline situation.
Fair enough.
I really think Hikuleo and Zilla Fatu get involved in this somehow, some way. I think Zilla Fatu, him and Jacob Fatu together. Oh, good Lord! Look out! That's almost unbeatable. But then you got Hikuleo, who is the younger brother of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, who's been pushed around all his life. You never know. He may go and join up with Roman Reigns.
I mean, in real life, I'll say, are they ready? Like, for real? Are they ready for, like, main roster War Games match?
What a way to debut, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. But, I mean, in the real world of how things work, are they ready?
You know what? With Hikuleo, even though he's much younger than his brothers, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Because of this reason. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He was over there for several years with his brothers, of course, as well. And New Japan Pro Wrestling ain't no joke. They are some of the hardest hitting people in the industry. I mean, in the entire industry. For Hikuleo coming from New Japan into the WWE, of course, we all know with the WWE, you're going to spend a little bit of time at the Performance Center.
You got to learn how to work
their
television.
Yes. But I think with Hikuleo, he picks that stuff up quick.
Sure, fair enough.
And I think now the real question on that one is Zilla Fatu gonna be ready? Because I haven't personally. I don't know about you, but personally, I haven't seen a whole lot of his work. Don't know the length of his career so far. So that bears in mind the question.
Yeah.
Is he the one that's going to be ready?
Maybe Paul Heyman will get in the War Games match.
Whoa.
No, Paul. I was just sitting there going, how weird would it be to have Paul bring back his one client?
You know what? No, hang on. Before you even go there.
I'm talking CM Punk.
No.
You were thinking somebody else. I was talking CM Punk.
No. We ain't ready for that stuff either.
I'm not ready for either one.
I'll say this, though. I will say this. With Paul Heyman, eventually he's going to get back with the OTC, with Roman Reigns. And I think if push came to shove, he'd fight. He would fight. He might get his butt kicked, but he'd fight, especially with what happened to him with Solo and Tama Tonga Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu. What they did to that poor guy through the announce table, splashes from the top rope. I mean, he took a huge brunt of a lot of stuff there while Roman Reigns was gone. Big time beating. So if he got cornered, he'd come out scratching. He would come out scratching, I think.
I like that.
I really do think that. And we are coming up on another break here in just about 3 minutes or so. But I don't know. Those are the two guys that I kind of see possibly might get involved.
Sure.
That makes sense. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens doesn't make sense of being involved because they've been so involved.
I can see the shoehorn. I can see it. I don't like it, but I can see it.
You don't like it, folks.
You don't have to like it, but you're going to learn to love it.
And I'm going to watch it.
And we are going to watch it regardless of what goes on. But, wow, what a War Games that match is really starting to shape up to be. And that's a really good thing to segue into. When we go to break here in a couple minutes, I want you guys to think about your favorite War Games matchup of all time. Because we've had a lot of War Games matches now. A lot. In fact, it's been 37 years worth. Because they first started way back in 1987 with the NWA. And, of course, WWE coming in and taking over with that. And I tell you what, there's been some good matches on both sides of the coin. Both sides of the coin. But, I mean, that crazy... When Bloodline was involved in that one War Games with Sami Zayn, Jimmy and Jay, Solo Sikoa, and Roman Reigns.
Right.
Man, they know how to fight in that War Games now. So that's another dynamic to this whole thing that makes it so interesting. So very, very interesting. And then, good Lord, put the buzzsaw, Jacob Fatu, inside of a caged area? Oh, Lord have mercy.
He'll just jump through anybody there, and it'd be interesting. You really want to see Jacob and Jay just kind of mix it up for a while. I mean, they did a little bit at Crown Jewel, but you just want to see more and more of that.
Yeah.
Like a good old-fashioned one-on-one between those two would be great.
You know, HD, we hadn't talked about this before. I want to get your thoughts real quick before we do go to break. Your thoughts on Cody Rhodes defeating Gunther at Crown Jewel to become the very first Crown Jewel champion.
It's hard because a part of me wanted Gunther to win. It makes sense for Cody Rhodes that he did win. He wants to be and is being awarded the poster boy of the company, and it makes sense that he won. The fashion in which he won, the match itself, I thought was a bit anticlimactic. But I think it kept Gunther safe. He's still strong. He just got, the oopsie 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It was definitely an oopsie.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like maybe... Go ahead.
But see, that's the danger of that type of move that Gunther employs, because at any point in time, your opponent can do what Cody Rhodes did, and the match is over with.
Yeah. At the same time, though, Cody already is the poster boy. Couldn't Gunther have used something like that to, elevate himself even more?
I mean,
I'm like 50-50 on the whole thing. It's like good for Cody, but Gunther could have used it.
I'm kind of the same way with you. I'm also 50-50 on it because, but also then you can say, well, he's got the World Heavyweight Championship, which he won at SummerSlam.
It'll never be on the same level.
He's the king of the ring as well at the same time because he won at the last event in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
No, I hear you, but I mean, going back to even the early 2000s when you had the roster split, one title was always above the other. They were never equal. And right now, it's completely obvious which one is held in higher regard. So Gunther really could have used that.
Yeah?
My opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. All right. He is Superfan Tim Williams. He is H.D. Daniels, our resident referee. I'm Sarge. And we're up against the break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And when we come back, more from the week of professional wrestling.
No longer are you forced to pay high, non-member retail prices or be tied down to one brand of car wash because you belong to their loyalty program. Get better mileage out of your hard-earned dollar with a Wash Me membership. With Wash Me, it's as easy as click, click, clean. You decide where and when you want your car washed. Open the app, select a partner wash location, press go, and Wash Me will take you there using your favorite mapping app. Whether you're at home or away for some business or hopefully pleasure, you'll have access to a nearby Wash Me partner wash. Your Wash Me membership is linked to your mobile phone and not your vehicle, which means you can wash your car, a rental car, grandma's car, or any car, as long as you have your phone with you. Check out the Wash Me app on your favorite app store or mywashme.com for more information.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call a brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at meyerlistings.com.
This moment of calm is brought to you by American National. Because life on the farm is stressful and insurance shouldn't be. American National. Relax. We're here. American National Property and Casualty Company and Affiliates, Springfield, Missouri.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at meyerlistings.com. Clear sky in Troy. Getting down to 47 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the mid-60s. Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 50s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 62. In Wentzville it's 62 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at meyerlistings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good morning. It's Uncensored Wrestling Talk live here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and of course on all of our Facebook feeds, the radio station's Facebook feed, Uncensored Wrestling Talks Facebook feed, Traveling East Productions Facebook feed, Rumble feed, YouTube, Twitch.
Did you get everything?
I think so. I'm trying to think if I
got
did or
Rumble in
not.
there.
X as well. You know, like and subscribe in HD. We're also on a special part of X as well.
Yeah, at UW Talk KYRO.
There we go.
I'm posting a question of the day.
Okay.
Why are we cheering for the original Bloodline when we spent so many years hating them? Let's see if we can get some traffic on that.
There you go.
All right.
Let's see. Let's see what the fans have to say.
See what they say.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know, Burgundy here on the radio loves to say, and he's not wrong, that some of the greatest conversations go on in between the breaks, right, or on the breaks. And we were having a really good one a few moments ago about who deserves to be on the main roster, and we're talking, of course, WWE stuff. Who needs to be on NXT? Blah blah blah, and. HD, you said something that I absolutely 1,000% agree with. Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. I would have been very disappointed if they had started on NXT.
I'm a TNA mark. During the early 2000s, I was looking for an alternative, 20 some odd years ago, and I discovered TNA, and I love TNA. Motor City Machine Guns are right at the top, and
they're originals, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're very close.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, if not like the first year or whatever, they were really close. But just when they left TNA, the rumors, they're going to WWE. I was like, just send them to the main roster. And I love Corey Graves' line. They're your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. The icing on the cake was them winning the tag team championships, but I'm so happy that they went straight to the main roster for more eyes to see them rather than NXT.
So let me ask you this then, because I did see some scuttlebutt about this. Was it too soon? Was it too quick for Motor City Machine Guns to win those tag team championships?
Tim, you go ahead.
I don't think so. I mean, the tags team championships were on the Bloodline. You got to take the stuff off. You're booking yourself towards a bigger event with the War Games. You don't want to lose out on the chance of having the tag belts defended. And I think a lot of times with these larger groups, when they head towards War Games, they really shouldn't have any titles because you're losing out on a potential good match.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the Bloodline story itself is enough.
Right.
You can take the tag belts off of them. And I don't know if they had a lot of luster being with the Tongas at that time.
I understand that side of the coin, but with Motor City Machine Guns, though, was it too soon for them to be given? And granted, I would say the greatest tag team coming out of TNA.
Yeah.
However, first day in WWE, right? And
second.
You know where I'm going with this, though.
Are you taking the angle of maybe they took someone's spot, or?
Hey, you know what? Tommaso Ciampa, he ain't a happy camper now.
Right.
And rightfully so, I think.
But if that brings out the Blackheart, I like the Blackheart over. That's his best version, if you ask me.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. I think that something is going to happen.
But if you look at tag teams, you want to put them in a good spot where there's a lot of good tag teams. SmackDown is the only place in the three brands that have really good tag teams on a consistent basis.
Yeah, Raw's kind of a mess.
Raw is a mess, if you ask me. They're constantly throwing a couple people to see if they stick. NXT, I'm sorry, you've lost the tag team division.
Now, I tell you what, there's a team that's back now. Look out. And I enjoy the heck out of them. The War Raiders are back.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Eric and Ivar both dealing with serious injuries over the last several years, One would be out, and then the other one would be out almost as soon as the other one came back, and but they're both back and 100% healthy now. Ooh, look out!
Yeah, I can see them easily getting the tag belts.
Oh yeah, in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their biggest thing is if they stay healthy. I mean, it just seems like
that's the thing.
Bad luck follows them.
Yeah.
Wrestling, just like any other sport, once you start getting the injuries and they start piling up, it gets easier and easier for those injuries to happen even more, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Can they stay healthy? Can they stay healthy? Something else from Monday Night Raw. Speaking of tag teams, New Day, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston. The wedge keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger between the two of them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever, they said we're never going to break up, and maybe they aren't. Maybe it's just like a tease. This just feels like it's forced.
It's forced, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get a bunch of people like they're clamoring for it. Oh, they should break up. They should break up. But then, like you say, all of a sudden they break up, and then people are going to be like, "Why'd they break up?"
Yeah,
they're my favorite tag team.
That's I'm gonna go there. I'm sorry. Don't be mad too much, but that's WWE fans for you.
Yeah,
I mean wrestling fans.
Yeah. No, that's WWE fans.
You think so?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. I mean, granted, we see that happen in other from other organizations and fans being that way too.
I hope it's like a reverse swerve. Like they're gonna make amends and they're gonna win the titles. Like we need Judgment Day to lose those titles and have someone like a good babyface to.
But that's another good question. Maybe what New Day needs complete workover.
Maybe Kofi turns to the dark side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because if you remember back in the day, when they first started off, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E had the attitude of by any means necessary, and
yeah, how many times Francesca get involved with the matches?
Eeks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say, now that I'm thinking about it, New Day was formed because Xavier Woods was disgruntled. He brought the team together.
Yeah, very much so.
Now he's disgruntled again.
Yes, he is.
And he's going to tear the team apart.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
I think time will tell on that one.
Yeah. What else you got on your extensive list?
My extensive list, and I'm trying to watch the time and try to go quickly here. What about the new United States Women's Championship that's open for any woman on both Raw or SmackDown? That was announced by General Manager Nick Aldis. My thing is, there's too many good women in NXT than there's more NXT women that deserve that than what's on the roster. I mean,
so in my opinion, speaking of NXT, is there enough women for one to even justify a women's North American title? And now we're adding a U.S. title to the women's division. The theory may be a women's intercontinental title. Is there enough roster to justify this? It's a cool idea on paper. But
for NXT, yes. I think there's a deep enough, strong enough roster. I mean, you look, they got a new girl, Zarya. Powerhouse.
Absolutely.
And
another new girl, Jordan Grace.
Right. I mean, those two hooking up, I'd love to see too.
Can you imagine those two as a tag team?
Or as a tag team?
I already vote Jordan Grace to be the first U.S. women's champion. I don't know if she's going to the main roster, but
I think she should be on the main roster. They let Indy Hartwell go, so there's an open space.
Sure.
I do too. I'm sad to see that. I am really sad to see Indy Hartwell let go.
I was more depressed with Baron Corbin.
That was an interesting thing too. That was like out of the blue. I was not expecting that one.
He was one of those guys where they used him for everything, but at the same time they used him for nothing.
Right.
That's you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You couldn't get behind that guy. Like you knew, Baron Corbin match. I wonder what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3. Until he started doing the Braun Breaker stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I see your point. I see your point on that. But man, look at all the different. I kind of liken Baron Corbin in a way to what they used to do with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Whenever they needed a strong match, whenever they needed to be pulled out of a hole that they're in, who did they go to? Baron Corbin.
Yep.
I mean, you got to give that guy so much credit.
So do you think he's going to hit TNA or AEW first?
That's a good question.
Yeah. He doesn't strike me as the AEW type of a guy. Maybe he's going to take a break. Who knows?
Maybe even New Japan Pro Wrestling. That might be a good spot for him to land at.
That'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah. What else you got there, super fan, that you'd like to speak on in the next 2 minutes?
All right, we'll do a quick AEW. The idea of MJF and maybe a triple threat match against Roderick Strong and Adam Cole at the next Full Gear.
Roderick Strong, in my opinion, has no momentum behind him. He's like the QT Marshall of 2024.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we were talking about Baron Corbin. It's like, how can I get either behind you to boo you or behind you to cheer you? Like, who are you? And now you're... I don't know if I care about him in this rivalry. He was the
friend that was left out.
Yes.
But if that comes, I think that's where it's going to head. It's going to end up being a triple threat. I think they're both going to win 3 in a row. So it's a triple threat, but then who backstabs who?
Yeah.
I was thinking that same question myself, and Roderick Strong needs something for people to...
And then you got to throw in the mix that there are other guys in the, the Kingdom, Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah.
Matt Taven and Mike Bennett get jumped and demolished by Brian Cage and Lance Archer.
I'm so glad those two finally have something.
I know.
Yeah.
I am too. I really am as
I've been waiting a long time to see Lance Archer get something.
Yeah.
To be substantial.
But it's the same. They've been the same quote-unquote character, same guy over, the last 5 or 6 years. And I'm thinking also maybe it's time to reinvent yourself, boys.
And how about the return of Powerhouse Hobbs?
I liked it.
Yes, absolutely loved it. But see, back to the Undisputed Kingdom thing, though. With Matt Taven and Mike Bennett getting destroyed like they did, I don't know if that's such a good idea for Roderick Strong to backstab anybody right now. Because who has he got to watch his back? Absolutely nobody at this point.
That's true.
Well, I think Taven would still watch his back.
Probably. They got nothing else to do.
Very true. Hey, we've got about 50 seconds left here on the show. At the top of the hour, we're going to pregame for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then at noon, it will be the Kansas City Chiefs at home hosting the one and only AFC West rivals, the Denver Donkeys.
You and your...
Gonna send them back to Denver with their tails between their legs. Superfan Tim Williams, I want to say thank you so much for showing up this morning and waiting on me like you did.
No problem.
I do appreciate you. H.D. Daniels, our resident referee, thank you so much
Love being
for
here.
last night and being back here again this morning. Quick turnarounds, my brother. Quick turnarounds.
The life we live.
And thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week here on Uncensored Wrestling
Gateway Fiber
Talk.
Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
The following is a presentation of the National Football League and the Chiefs Radio Network.